الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. Assalamu alaikum, respected brothers and sisters. Thank you for joining me today on what is the eighth. We've already made it 8 weeks, 2 months. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Eighth of our weekly Farsi classes. Inshallah, this class won't take up too much of your guys' time, and I appreciate everyone joining in and being so eager to learn this beautiful, beautiful language. Before I begin, I'd like to share a hadith with you guys. Imam Baqir alayhi salam emphasizes seeking knowledge when he says, try to learn knowledge, because learning is a good action and studying itself a worship. SubhanAllah, SubhanAllah. This shows us, brothers and sisters, that studying and reading books about Islam and gaining knowledge is not just in fact a time pass, but actually in fact it is, and it counts as if we are worshipping Allah, God subhanahu wa ta'ala. So please, brothers and sisters, take this chance and pay attention to these classes, for surely Allah has sent us all an opportunity and created a light in our hearts and have given us and seek this desire to give us the desire to seek this knowledge. Alhamdulillah. Inshallah, may Allah make this path of learning easy for us and use it in a way to seek nearness to Him. May He notice all our continuous efforts and reward us for them. Keep us on the right path. May we be part of the 313 alongside our beloved Imam. Ajjalallahu ta'ala faraja. Salawat. So brothers and sisters, to start off this week's class as we do every week, we will have a refresher from last week's session, a really quick refresher on the topic of housing, which was last week's class, and hence us shifting to a pre-recorded session of me giving out my classes, or from last week and that 1 week before. I've decided to choose the topics myself, moving on up until whenever we have our next live session, which inshallah will be soon. Not sure exactly when the date will be, but it'll be soon. We're looking towards that, inshallah, as me and the crew. And so I decided to take the topic himself. Just a good transition is, if you want to build this Farsi base for those that really have a passion to go out to seek this language, to learn more. For those of you guys who are, inshallah, planning on pursuing a Hausa career, I'm doing my best to just give you guys a base, a foundation to build upon when you guys actually go and learn to put together your Farsi. You guys will already be experienced these words. So hence this week's class will be, I thought a good topic would be introduce you guys to the days of the week, the months, and obviously a few phrases. Just have the form of using the days of the week and months bouncing about in your guys' head. And so to start off, inshallah, we'll start off with our refresher, which was, like I said, on the topic of housing from our 7th lesson. Number 1, we have khane, house. 2, apartment, apartment. 3, hotel, hotel. 4, ساختمان, building. 5, آشپزخانه, kitchen. 6, اتاق ناهارخوری, dining room. For those of you guys that are paying attention to last week's class, you will remember that on this word I said there are different ways to say it. It's the most used word growing up that I've heard, living in a native Farsi household where Farsi is the first tongue spoken in this household, and visiting Iran myself a few times, is when someone refers to a room that they're eating in, that is used for eating, they refer to it, usually call it اتاق ناهارخوری. But if you guys hear the words and the phrases اتاق غذاخوری or اتاق شامخوری, that also may refer to dining room, as غذاخوری is room for eating food. Moving on, number 7, dashwi, bathroom. Just a quick explanation, quick refresher on this word as well. The word dashwi is a worldwide used word for bathroom for Farsi speakers. For example, if you're a Farsi speaker in Germany, let's say in America, in what do we have? Let's go with the country of our fellow brothers, Ireland, for example. Dashui would be the phrase that you use most likely in your household. As for in Iran, the term that is used mainly is service behdashti. Yes, dashui is still used, but service behdashti also refers to bathroom, restroom. It's a term that you guys will hear a lot. I'm guarantee you guys will hear a lot if any of you guys have the chance to visit Iran, inshallah. Service behdashti is the word that many of them refer to as bathroom. Moving on to number 8, we have otaq bedroom. Otaq خواب. 9, راه پله, stairway. راه meaning way, پله stairway, راه پله stairway. 10, حیات, yard, backyard. 11, باغ, garden. 12, استخر, pool. Next one we have طبقه پایین, downstairs. طبقه بالا, upstairs. Remember here guys, طبقه referring to the level, پایین and بالا referring to which level. طبقه, level, stairs basically. پایین, down, so downstairs. طبقه, level. بالا, referring to up or down. Upstairs, بالا referring to up. طبقه بالا, upstairs. Moving on, number 15, we have garage. 16, زیر زمین. Basement, زیر زمین. And it moves on to our phrases from last week. Does your house have a pool? Yes, my house has a pool. خانه شما استخر دارد. بله، خانه من استخر دارد. Moving on to number 2. Where is the bathroom? دستشویی کجاست? The bathroom is upstairs. دستشویی طبقه بالا است. And number 3. Are you coming to the kitchen? میایی آشپزخانه? No, I am not coming to the kitchen. نه، من به آشپزخانه نمی آیم. Just quick run through the words one more time for you guys. Quick refresher. خانه, آپارتمان, هتل, ساختمان, آشپزخانه, اتاق ناهارخوری, دستشویی, اتاق خواب, راه پله, حیاط, باغ, استخر, طبقه پایین, طبقه بالا, گاراژ, زیر زمین. That wraps up our words and phrases from last week and allows us to move on to this week's course, which is days of the week and seasons, like I mentioned before. Starting off, I started off with the days of the week, and just a quick here, you guys. So I'm pretty sure for my Urdu speakers that correct me if I'm wrong in chat after you guys listen to the class tomorrow, inshallah. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that when you want to count up to, for example, 5, the numbers would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce that properly, if I didn't say it properly. I'm pretty sure that's 1 through 5 in Urdu. Well, in Farsi, 1 through 5 is also 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, just pronounced different, like I said, with a little sweeter accent. So here, if you guys look here, I think the first day of the week in Iran is Sunday, going off of this, that here we have Yekshanbe, referring to Yek. Look, the Yek in the start of the word means 1. Next we have Doshanbe, number 2 is Doshanbe, referring to 2. 3 we have Seshanbe. Notice how all the words end in Shanbe, and then there's a number behind it referring to the day. For example, so Yekshanbe, which is number 1, Yek referring to 1, and Shanbe, Yekshanbe, is Sunday. Number 2, we have Doshanbe. I'm guessing second day of the week, Doshanbe, Monday. Yekshanbe, Doshanbe. Guys, catch on to what I'm saying. Again, guys, if you have any questions, or you guys are struggling or having problems with pronunciation, understanding the material, feel free to ask me. Feel free to type a message into the chat, and I'll do my best to respond to you guys as soon as possible, inshallah. Let's continue on with our course. Start off, we have number 1, Yekshanbe. Yekshanbe, Sunday. Yekshanbe. Doshanbe, Monday. Doshanbe. Seshanbe, Tuesday. Seshanbe. Chaharshanbe, Wednesday. Chaharshanbe. Panshanbe, Thursday. Panshanbe. Jom'eh, Friday. Jom'eh. And then over here we have Shanbe all by itself. Shanbe, Saturday. So as you guys can see, there's no other ways to refer to the days of the week in Farsi. We just have like Yekshanbe, Doshanbe, Seshanbe, Charshanbe, Panshanbe, Jom'eh, and Shanbe. No secondary word or other word that may be used in America that's used more in Iran. No, they're all the same. And The only word that doesn't really relate to the rest of them here would be Jom'eh, which is by itself as Friday. Jom'eh, Friday. Moving on to number 9, we have Ruz, which refers to the day, Ruz, day. Number 10, we have Mah, which refers to the month, Mah. This word is also used to exact same with Mah. It also refers to the moon in Farsi, Mah, moon, but it's also used for the word month, Mah, month. Moving on, we have number 11, which is Sal, year, Sal. These words, in relation to our previous courses, are not as hard or as tongue twisting. These are very basic, just quick off the tongue. Not much pronunciation or concentration needed to just get the word right here. So if you guys would stick with me here, number 11 we have Sal, year. Moving on to number 12. Now these are the seasons I was mentioning. Tabistan, summer, Tabistan. Moving on to number 13, we have Pa'is, fall, Pa'is. Next word we have Zimistan, winter, Zimistan. And number 15, Bahar, spring, Bahar. 16, we have these two words referring to temperature, for example, if something is cold or hot. Number 16, we have, there are different ways you can say cold in Farsi, but the main use word around the world and in Iran here is sad, if you want to refer to something that is cold, or if you are cold, as you guys will see in the phrases below, is sad usually. Same thing with number 17. Sad, cold, sad, cold. Moving on to our last word of the week, we have dog, hot, dog. Actually, I forgot to put in a word here for you guys. I was mistaken. Number 16 is just sad, but number 17, we also refer to the word as garm. Garm and dog are usually the uses for hot in Farsi. If you ask someone, how are you feeling, for example, if you want to say I'm feeling hot, warm, you would say man dog hastam or man garm hastam. Both uses would work, and both uses are pretty common throughout the world and in Iran. With that, we shall move on to our phrases of the week. We have 3 phrases over here for you guys. Start off, we have do you go swimming in summer? آیا در تابستان شنا می روید؟ Yes, I do swim in summer. بله، من در تابستان شنا می کنم. Number 2, we have are you going to school on Monday or Tuesday? آیا دوشنبه یا سه‌شنبه به مدرسه می روید؟ 2, I'm going to school on Monday. من دوشنبه به مدرسه می روم. And our last phrase of the week is the weather cold or hot outside? آیا هوا سرد یا گرم است بیرون؟ The weather outside is very cold. هوای بیرون بسیار سرد است. Now I'll break these phrases down for you guys. Number 1, we have do you go swimming in summer? آیا در تابستان شنا می روید؟ آیا در referring to as do you. تابستان شنا, swim in summer. تابستان شنا می روید, you would have to go here. تابستان referring to summer, شنا referring to swim. می روید referring to do you do it? Do you go swimming? Do you go swimming? آیا در you تابستان شنا, swim during summer. می روید, do you go swimming during summer? And the answer being yes, I do swim in summer. بله, yes, من در me in summer, I do swim. Me in summer, I do go swimming. Yes, I do swim in summer. من در تابستان, me in summer, I do swimming. من در تابستان شنا می کنم. Yes, I do swim in summer. Moving on to number 2. Are you going to school on Monday or Tuesday? آیا دوشنبه یا سه‌شنبه به مدرسه می روید? As you guys see, I have the word from our list in parentheses. آیا دوشنبه یا سه‌شنبه به مدرسه می روید? آیا referring to are, for example, دوشنبه یا سه‌شنبه, Monday or Tuesday به مدرسه می روید? Will you go to school? So here you have آیا, which refers to are, دوشنبه یا سه‌شنبه, Monday or Tuesday به مدرسه می روید. به مدرسه می روید referring to going to school. آیا دوشنبه یا سه‌شنبه به مدرسه می روید? Are you going to school on Monday or Tuesday? Answer being I'm going to school on Monday. من دوشنبه به مدرسه می روم. من referring to me, دوشنبه, me, Monday, on Monday, I will be going to school. به مدرسه می روم. Going to school, will be going to school. من دوشنبه, me, on Monday, will be going to school. به مدرسه می روم. And our last phrase of the week is the weather cold or hot outside? آیا هوا سرد یا گرم است? Is weather, هوا referring to weather, آیا referring to is, سرد یا گرم referring to cold or hot, است بیرون. است بیرون means outside. آیا هوا سرد یا گرم است بیرون? Is weather cold or warm outside? The weather outside is very cold. هوای بیرون بسیار سرد است. هوای بیرون, the weather outside, بسیار, very, سرد, cold, is very cold. As different is at the end of it, is very cold. هوای بیرون بسیار سرد است. The weather outside is very cold. And wraps up our words and phrases of the week for you guys. Just gonna give you guys a quick run through of the words one more time so the pronunciation is bouncing throughout your guys' heads clearly. Starting off, یکشنبه, یکشنبه, دوشنبه, دوشنبه, سهشنبه, سهشنبه, چهارشنبه, چهارشنبه, پنجشنبه, پنجشنبه, جمعه, جمعه, شنبه, شنبه, هفته, هفته, روز, روز, ماه, ماه, سال, سال, تابستان, تابستان, پاییز, پاییز, زمستان, زمستان, بهار, بهار, سرد, سرد, داغ, داغ. Moving on to our phrases. آیا در تابستان شنا می روید؟ بله، من در تابستان شنا می کنم. آیا دوشنبه یا سهشنبه به مدرسه می روید؟ من دوشنبه به مدرسه می روم. آیا هوا سرد یا گرم است بیرون؟ هوای بیرون بسیار سرد است. And over here, as I was going through the words one more time, I might have skipped over number 8. So I'm just going to read this word one more time for you guys. هفته, هفته, it refers to week in Farsi. If you want to refer to the week, whichever week, for example, you would say hafte, hafte, week. And that wraps up our words and phrases in class for the week. So thank you guys for joining me again for this class. And like I said before, guys, we're looking forward to sorting it out again, and so we can give you guys live classes soon, inshallah. Not sure when in terms of dates, but we are looking to work on it. We're working on it, guys. Be patient with us. And like I said earlier in the class, that if any of you guys have any questions in terms of pronunciation, in terms of understanding how to say a word, how to use a word, for example, in those phrases, because I remember, you guys, I make those phrases and I include those parentheses for you guys to remember that any of those words can be put in there. For example, the ones where I put Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in those phrases, you can switch that out for Tuesday, you can switch that out for Wednesday, and for the phrase that I use the words hot or cold, you can switch those two words out, which future words, which we will learn inshallah, referring to weather, temperature, stuff like that, conditions, and the phrase where I use the words relating to seasons, for example, summer. You guys can put any of the seasons, winter, spring, or fall in there. Just trying to make it easier for you guys. So if you guys have any questions, send a message in the chat, that Telegram group chat, guys, which keep in there, keep an eye in there. Messages will be going out weekly, inshallah. Send a message in there if you guys have a question, or message me personally, and I'll try to get back to you guys as soon as possible. And with that, I look very forward to seeing you guys next week. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.